Good morning, everyone. It is Friday. Hopefully you joined us on office hours this morning, on Clubhouse this morning. Hopefully you'll be joining us on training this morning at 11 a.m. Pacific time. Come join us this Funky Fresh Friday. We are here with some great guests. Bobby, welcome. Keaton, welcome. Laurie, Joseph, always good to see you. Jakey, bakey, great job moderating this morning. Colleen, it is your day. Friday is your day. Looking good, everybody. Welcome. Let's get the questions rocking and rolling here. Let's pin up David at dmeltzer.com. And Master Shaw is here. We'll be joining in 5 minutes. Thank you for being here, Master Shaw. If you want any information on the calligraphies we're going to be talking about or anything, my book, ebook, audiobook, if you want me to sign a book, send it to you. Pay for shipping in the book, not a problem. David at dmeltzer.com. Welcome, everyone. Let's take a few questions as we're rocking and rolling here. What is the greatest lesson from the week? I think infinity plus one is the greatest lesson, is when I start thinking that I'm asking big enough, thinking big enough, imagining big enough. Remember when I was 4 and I got into competition with my siblings and I'd say, infinity, oh yeah, infinity plus one. That's what the universe provides to us, infinity plus one. You can't think big enough, ask big enough, imagine big enough. Infinity is unfathomable, and we are touching and sometimes experiencing limitlessness and infinity. Let's try to replicate that. Remind yourself, infinity plus one. It'll stop you from asking for crumbs. Here we go. How can people register for training at 11 a.m. Pacific time? Best way is probably email me, david at dmeltzer.com. We're here, IG Live at 11 a.m. Pacific time. Obviously, Clubhouse at 11 a.m. Pacific time. We have a webinar with over 50,000 people registered. So email me, david at dmeltzer.com. What is your personal superpower? I always love that, kindness. And I only spend minutes and moments every day outside of kindness. But when I'm in kindness, I'm at my higher self. I'm at peace and I'm vibrating faster. And that is my superpower. What is the key to invest? Timing and risk tolerance is the key to investing. Knowing your timing and risk tolerance and aligning it. See what's synergistic, supplementary, or aligned with your timing and risk tolerance. Is Celsius Network the greatest opportunity for investors today? Well, I don't know your timing and risk tolerance, but it is absolutely a great time. Master Shaw is here. We will see him in 2 minutes. I will add him in. Let's take a couple more questions as we're always rocking and rolling here on Fridays. What does it mean when you feel stuck? Well, I think it means that you're growing, learning, and accelerating. If you feel stuck, that means you're placing pressure upon the learning zone and even maybe touching the anxiety zone. I always say lean in if you feel stuck. It means you are getting closer to the surface where the air is free. So go ahead, lean in, do your best, know the skills, knowledge, and desire that it takes. Know you're almost there. If you feel stuck, lean in, really lean into the skills, knowledge, and desire, the activity. Know that you're at the right place at the perfect time. Utilizing the law of Goya, Goya, get off your ass and make it happen. Allow that breakthrough to happen by leaning into feeling stuck. So get stuck, feeling stuck. Couple more minutes. We're going to bring on the incredible mentor of mine, Dr. and Master Shaw. What's your takeaway of the week? Somebody's already asked that, so we are going to skip that one. Everyone's asking about that. What is your agenda for this weekend? Well, I always have a routine, so my weekend starts at 9 p.m. tonight with a unwinding routine so I can put my mind, body, and soul into the right position to download the information necessary and recover my body so that on Saturday I have my normal minimum of an hour a day on my health, minimum of 30 minutes with my wife, 30 minutes with my son, minimum of 2 minutes with my daughters, all three of them, and a minimum of 1 minute with my mom. We're going to go see my son's football game, Miles. Then we're going to go to the airport, fly to Detroit, have dinner in Detroit, go to the Detroit and Baltimore Ravens game tomorrow, then fly down to Indiana, my wife and I, where I'll be down there for a meetup on Monday. What's your advice concerning investment? Know your timing and risk tolerance. Align it, find it, synergistic and supplementary to what you want. Ask for help. Find someone that's in the situation that you want to be in, and you will get it. All right, I'm going to now bless you all. And how am I going to bless you all? I'm going to bring on my mentor, the man who has impacted me more than any other person in my life. He has brought health, wealth, worth, and cleared the way for it. He has reminded me, recollected. There he is, Dr. Master Shaw. How are you?
Thank you, David.
Thank you so much for joining me. And, we've known each other for over a decade. You have impacted my life and millions of people's lives through mind, body, soul transmission. And one of the mechanisms or modalities that you use is that calligraphy behind you, which is similar to two calligraphies that hang in my house, one for financial well-being and the other for health, wellness, worthiness, a higher vibration of thoughtfulness. When I met you, most people in America didn't know who you were, including me. And when I read from the New York Times bestsellers that you have to all the amazing people that you have healed, I was a little bit skeptical, to be honest. I was like, how can this be possible? One man do so much. But I will tell you that the reason I want to have you on as much as I can is to share the greatest gift that God has given me, which is you, to teach me to clear the interference in my life, to remind me to recollect and remember what I am connected to and through. Just so everybody gets a little bit of background, maybe you can give your background of all the different education and modalities that you utilize in order to help heal millions of people around the world.
Thank you so much. When I was at age 6, I went to the park. Everybody know Tai Chi, Chinese Tai Chi movement. Yeah. Therefore, a grandmaster and a disciple, they did a hand touch hands movement. The grandmaster said like this, gentle. You didn't see the force at all. You are in the sports agent, sports expert. Beyond the disciple flew away, leave the floor, and for 15 feet away. Just master just like this. Everybody knows Shaolin, force for Shaolin, but Tai Chi is so soft. You cannot see that. But Tai Chi is internal power. Everybody know internal Kung Fu Tai Chi, external Kung Fu Shaolin. So therefore, I ran to the master. I put my hand here. I said, yeah. Yeah means grandfather. I said, I want to learn this. And he looked at me for a while. And he shook his head. I said, no, you are too young. The tiny guy is so tiny. You are too young. I said, no. Yeah. I want it. I didn't know why, but I just was drawn by the grandmaster. He said, where's your parent? I ran to my parents. I said, Baba, Mama, Father, Mother, I want to learn this. So with the great support of my parents, I start to practice. For example, Saturday, Sunday, 5 hours every Saturday, Sunday. You put one position, your leg widely open. Then teacher said, stay there. Stay there. And 5 minutes, okay. 10 minutes tired. Then that teacher, like this. You have to stand for half hour. You almost fainted. So at age 6, I was trained persistence, courage, patience, all kind of qualities. At age 10, I started to do Shaolin Kung Fu. Shaolin stick, Shaolin Kung Fu. Then I studied Yi Jing Feng Shui, means people know Yi Jing Feng Shui. I studied modern medicine as MD, traditional Chinese medicine as a doctor, acupuncturist, herbalist. I have a unique technique to treat the Chinese government leader, Philippines, Hong Kong, Taiwan. I talk about the country leaders. I'm unique in stroke, in sleep disc. David, remember you introduced quite a few famous sports. I did a healing for that. That's my little background.
Yeah, well, to that matter is when we met, we share the same book agent, and with Eckhart Tolle, and he also does the dummy books, which is why I really liked him. But Bill Gladstone, and he told me all about you, and I took to find out how can I relieve the skepticism. And I was a perfect subject for this matter because I was very skeptical, and I thought, wow, if I can take all the Hall of Fame athletes that I work with and give you an opportunity to show me. And some of these guys had 12-year chronic pain, 12 years. And I don't know if you remember, one of the world's greatest running backs that you came with me and you healed. And he couldn't even lift his foot, probably, 5 inches off the ground. after you worked with him, he could lift his leg all the way up and all the way around. And it was for 12 years he's been stuck with these type of things. Now, it goes beyond just physical ailments, tendons, ligaments, bones, flesh, organs, especially. It goes to animals. It goes to the energy that surrounds us. And the one that was most fascinating for me, Master Shah, is how you created such financial abundance. My relationship with money, I was coming out of bankruptcy when we met. I had a lot of insecurity, a lot of interference in my life with my relationship to the currency, the energy of money, the object of energy that we put here on earth to get what we want. And you cleared my awareness, my wisdom, but my wealth. And I started tracing that calligraphy behind you with my 5 fingers as you taught me. And for a minimum of 10 minutes a day, and I have an admission, as a lot of people know, I just did it because I didn't believe it. I said, you're all right. I'm like Master Shah. The difference is you believed the Grandmaster when you were 6. I was 45 years old or 40 years old. I didn't believe you, but I had an open mind. And
Yes.
I said, I watched him. I'm going to try this out and I'm going to see what happens, because it was no risk to me. I had an extra 10 minutes a day. And if it could change my life, if it could change my wife's life, if it could change my family and my financial situation, I was willing to try. I've been doing this for over 10 years now, and I just want to share you with the world. What is it that is occurring when I trace the calligraphies? I know I feel an energy. I feel what I call a download. I feel lighter. I feel more aware. I feel wiser. And why do I do it every day? Why does that make a difference as well?
Okay, thank you. So first of all, my calligraphy is named the Tao calligraphy. I learned from more than 100 years old professor in Toronto University. She is Chinese. United Nations honor her as Chinese top language expert. She learned from the Qing dynasty last emperor's teacher, there's a country teacher. And she passed by a unique technique. Everybody see behind me? This is Dao. I wrote the David is Dao Ye Changsheng. It's a flourishing for finance. So what you asked me how does it work? And in ancient wisdom, there is a calligraphy carries Dao. So what's Dao? I think many people know Dao De Jing and the author of Lao Tzu. And the Dao is the creator. So the creator created heaven and earth. That's very deep. I just speak gently. So the ultimate source. When I wrote the calligraphy, the source put the love, light, put the frequency, positive information, energy there. So when you connect with this source, the invisible, Tao is invisible. The field in Einstein said the only real thing is field. For example, David, can I use this one to offer, offer about give me 2 minutes healing? How about that? For anybody choose one area, I do a healing. How about that? Okay.
I love that. Please, please.
Okay, everybody relax, please. How to do? Put the finger up. David, do together. Put the finger. Follow me. Can see? I just tracing this. I say Tao calligraphy field, because the positive information, energy, and the matter, we have a pain, inflammation, tumor, cancer, relationship, financial challenges. You just connect. In scientific way, connect, harmonize, order, challenge, disconnect, disorder, disharmony. So therefore, this is the field. How to understand the field? Everybody standing on the sun, you feel the warmth. Standing in front of the ocean, you feel the energy. This you may not feel, you may feel. Everybody relax. You choose one area. Okay, dear Master Shah, can you give me a healing? I use this field. I connect with field. Come to each of you, all the people who are watching. Start the Tao. Because this is an interview. I better make a little sound. Tao love comes to everyone. Love melts all blockages. Everybody choose one area for healing. Relax. Tao calligraphy healing field. Tao source invisible light comes to everyone. Remove your blockages for health, relationship, finances. You know, David just treats him 10 minutes a day. He talk about the multi-million dollars awareness. Why? David connect with this transformative source art. I will do 3 times more. Tao love light. Tao love light. Total relax, half minutes. Tao love light comes to everyone. Tao love light. Tao frequency and vibration. Everybody watch my hand. Just watch my hand for 30 seconds. If you can close eyes, it'd be better. How I start 30 seconds. Feel the love light from my hand to all the people. Start now. Silent 30 seconds. Total relax. I connect with the source. The light, the power come out from my hand to give you a little healing. 15 seconds more. How is it getting well? Thank you.
Thank you. Well, Master Shaw and I are going to be doing an event at 1 p.m. next Thursday, and we're going to do a Tao calligraphy light massage message event. We're going to be able to show how the light can change and clear the interference that we create for ourselves. It's changed my life. I so much appreciate you coming on for everyone, as you always do. A doctor, a master, and most importantly, my friend. Thank you for changing my life, my family's lives, my friends, my community's lives. Please join us. Email me, david@dmeltzer.com. It's pinned right below. And come join us. It's free. It's just 30 minutes. Tao calligraphy light massage. Come join us, please, in harmony. Light, love, and lessons to you, my dear friend. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
I love you, love you. That is Master and Dr. Shaw, the greatest combination and reconciliation of Western medicine and Eastern philosophies in medicine as well. The energetic, genetic source of healing you've experienced. It's pretty cool, right? What a beautiful soul. You can feel it. You know the real deal. The truth vibrates the fastest. Thank you for joining me on this beautiful Friday. Let's see here, the founder of Superhuman. We went from superhuman to suprahuman, and we have John here waiting to come in. You are welcome here, John. Founder of Suprahuman. Hard to follow the superhuman, Dr. and Master Shaw, but here he is, my friend. John, how are you?
I'm doing good, man. That was excellent. Dr. Shaw has me feeling great this morning.
Yeah, he carries some serious energy, and you also are in the same realm of high performance behavior and mindset, and we all have different ways to go about that. What is the secret of supra humanity, and how do you utilize modalities in order to help so many people, CEOs, athletes, entrepreneurs reach their highest potential?
Yeah. I believe that fitness is the gateway drug to high performance, and so I believe fully in this mind-body unison and this energy when both of those things are utilized to their fullest potential. And so when somebody comes into my world, I'm usually speaking to their desires in fitness. Maybe they think they just want to look a certain way. maybe they don't feel good and they're sick and tired of being sick and tired, and they want to feel good. But I believe that when we can improve someone's fitness, we can open them up to be more open to the universe, more open to enhancing that mindset, and be more open to all the things that you like to talk about, like gratitude and all the other positive stuff. So I like to get them in that fitness realm and then just change their lives, the way they look, the way they feel, and the way that they actually are.
And I love that. You got to be sick of not feeling good in order to feel good. And so many people put themselves into the wrong physical realm that they can't get into the mental realm, or even effectuate what I call the soulful realm, the quantum being. There's a genetic and energetic inheritance. And the energetic inheritance is easily promoted through physical activity. And the more we can create physical activity, but also the dis-ease. Think about physically, everyone. When you're in great shape, you can handle when we're put into a stressful situation. Dis-ease. Everybody can handle ease, but we need actually physical ability to handle stress. And we see that as we work out and we prepare for stress. But the first level of that defense or offense would be the physical realm. How do you not only work on the physical side, but translate that to the importance of how it affects your entire day, subconsciously, unconsciously, energetically, and then obviously in the long term, genetically, it actually changes our genetic disposition?
Yeah, I think that when you keep promises to yourself, right, and you get up and you start the day with that single win, it's like a trigger for the rest of your day. And so when you go through the days and you start to stack day after day, month after month, year after year, and you can look in the mirror and you can be proud of the reflection, you can be proud of the work, it does wonders to that unconscious mind, to where you feel worthy and you feel deserving of all the success that's out there, all of the abundance. And if you're walking around in a mediocre body or a mediocre shell, I think that subconsciously you don't have that same vibration, you don't have that same energy that allows all of that abundance. I always talk about enhancing your being in 4 different dimensions. Number 1 is the body. It is the physical presence. Number 2, it is the mindset. Number 3, we have to insert ourselves into different environments, right? If we don't insert that lifestyle into a new environment that supports it, we're going to fall back into the old ways. And then number 4, I talk about the packaging, the personal brand. If you want to make your life easy, I always tell high performance CEOs and business owners that, look, you're going to get judged by your energy. That's going to be in less than 4 seconds. Before you can shake a hand or open your mouth, someone is going to judge you. Instinctually, we all have that mechanism that was built long, long ago. And so if you want to do yourself favors, do enhancing those four elements, your body, your mind, your environment, and that packaging, is going to make your life so much easier when you walk into the boardroom, when you walk into the bedroom with your wife, when you walk into any type of room. That energy is palpable, and it's like football. I come from a football background. If you want to win championships, you got to win the game on offense, defense, and special teams. If you win just one of those faucets, you might win a game here or there, but you're probably not going to win them all. Same thing in life. If you win in your body and your mind and your environment and your personal branding or your packaging, you're going to win more than you lose.
You nailed it. And people are posting up there, undrafted free agent for the Raiders, and you not only were undrafted, you didn't even play in high school. And coming from someone who dreamed about playing in the NFL, played in college, I played football since I was 7. I just can't even fathom people. My friend Vance Mueller from Occidental played for the Raiders as well, and that was a miracle that he came from Occidental and made the Raiders. But to not even play in high school, there has to be a certain belief or mindset that carries over, that energy that you're talking about. Because as you know, when you step on a football field, there's a sense of energy as well. And so how have you been able to develop the ability to shift your energy? You have to be in physical shape, but a lot of people that are in shape use that energy against themselves. They create interferences, voids, shortages, and obstacles. I know on your podcast, The Show, you talk about the flow, and you talk about using your energy it's one thing, like you said, I'll use the Chargers. I know you're a Raider, but I'll use the Chargers. The most disappointing season for me ever was when the Chargers had LT. We were the number one offense in the NFL. We had the number one defense with Junior Seau in the NFL, and the worst special teams. And as you know, the Chargers never won a Super Bowl, so they definitely didn't win it. That's the way I feel. A lot of people, they have the right nutrition, they have the right exercise, and then they use the special teams, as I'll call them up here, in the wrong direction, and they're actually working against themselves, and they don't know why they can't get to where they are. How do you get people to use the special teams in order to effectuate all the hard work physically and nutrition-wise they're putting in?
Yeah, I think one of the things that I'm really, really big on is a person's desire is going to be the most important thing, in my opinion, right? Tom Brady's Tom Brady because he wants to be the best in the world. And what people fail to realize sometimes is they want to grind their discipline down, and that's going to wear down over time. So if you continuously put yourself in situations where you don't really want the outcome or it's not burning inside of you, you're ultimately not going to do what it takes. Back when I was a high school kid, not playing high school football, all I ever wanted to do was be a professional athlete. In fact, I didn't have a backup plan. If you were to ask me, John, what do you want to be when you grow up? If I was in 7th grade or 10th grade, I would have said a professional athlete. That was the goal. I wanted it so bad. Going to practice and doing all this stuff or sacrificing nights out with friends, that was easy for me because I was so in tune with what I wanted. And so same thing in fitness. If people are just going to do the process, but they have no purpose, the process is going to wear thin. It's going to be flat. They're not going to put the intention into it. And so I love what you said. I was in the stands at one of the mastermind events and you said it, and I just took notes because I listened to a lot of what you say. And one of the most important things is for a person to know exactly what they want, right? Same thing goes for fitness. If you don't know what the purpose is behind getting in shape, if you can't bridge that epiphany bridge where getting in shape is going to enhance the rest of your life and your relationships and your business, then I promise you're probably not going to go to the gym 4 or 5 times a week for an hour, month after month, year after year. I'm so in love with the desire that fitness brings to me. Whatever I have to do to get it is pretty irrelevant. Just like the greatest athletes in the world, Kobe, Michael, Tom Brady, whatever they had to do, however much film they had to watch, pretty irrelevant to them because the desire was so great. The bigger the desire, the less the discipline you're going to have to exercise. If you have a little tiny desire or you don't know what you're playing for, you're going to have to exercise huge discipline. And that's a really hard battle for people to win.
You nailed it, John. And I'm so glad that you do take notes, because I tell people all the time, you can't remember everything. We have a new show coming out October 15th on Bloomberg TV and Amazon called Office Hours. And I have 72 of the world's best athletes, celebrities, billionaires, millionaires, entrepreneurs, artists. I see Michael Brand up there. And the one common denominator that they all have is they must be what they can be. And, I strive to make sure every day I live my life with the what, the who, the how, the now, and applying my why, that I must be what I can be to enjoy the consistent, persistent pursuit of my own potential. I wish I had the potential that you had in football. I didn't have a backup plan until Christian Okoye ran me over my freshman year, and I lied on my back saying doctor, lawyer, or failure. I changed my mind. I started a backup plan my freshman year, but I still learned through that pursuit to be the best I can, to learn lessons and to have fun. What's the last piece of advice that you can give people that can help them start, right? We know the hardest part is starting. What's the advice that you have for someone that's sitting there going, man, I love the energy. I love Dave. I love John. Yeah. And then they're going to get off of here and go, how do I start? How can they start?
Yeah, I think the one superpower people have to find within themselves is courage, right? I believe that I could be a professional athlete at some level. I at least believe it was possible. I'd watch on TV. I'd say, look, those guys are playing. They came from some neighborhood. They're people. I'm a person. So it's in the realm of possibility that I could do it. That didn't mean that I believed in myself every single time I put the helmet on. There was multiple times when I was a sophomore or walking on at the University of Utah where I just got my butt kicked, that I'd drive home and that self chatter would be like, you suck, you're never going to make it. And it was loud, right? It was loud. But the one thing I exercised, and there's a million kids out there that was probably bigger than me, faster than me, more talented than me, but I made it and I scored a couple touchdowns. I didn't have a Hall of Fame career, but the thing was, I kept showing up. I kept showing up because every winning streak starts with a single day. And so even though I might not wanted to go to practice or I didn't have that full belief all the time, it was in the realm of possibility, and I stepped with courage. I didn't know how I was going to play in the National Football League without ever playing it down in high school football. All I did was keep moving forward. And every time that I took that step, call it God, call it the universe, it was revealed to me what that next step was. Most people that have doubts or fears or insecurities believe that they're different, and so they never take that first step, and therefore they never get the plan laid out for them. I just kept going, no matter the fear, no matter the doubt, no matter the insecurity. I just kept stepping. Over time, guess what happens? I don't have that loud self-chatter all the time, but some days I do, right? Some days I play the comparison game and I'm like, I want to be like Dave. And I'm like, not yet, right? Not yet. Dave's a master. And so all I can do is show up every single day, bring my best, and every single winning streak starts with a single day. You have to create that momentum by a little bit of movement, like you've said in the past. And that's it. That's it. All you can do is your best, and all you can do is start.
You got it, man. And every step and every day allows that revelation. It reveals what we truly are, connected to the omniscient, all-powerful, all-knowing source. It exposes us to realize our true potential. We are healthy. We are happy. We are worthy, and we are wealthy. We just got to figure out what we're doing to interfere with it. And that's our potential. John, thank you so much for everything you do on the podcast, the show, everything you do as a speaker, as an inspiration to all of us. Please come back on more of my shows. Visit me whenever and wherever. We'd love to have you in. So thanks so much, my brother. Have a great week.
Thank you, man. Love you, Dave. Thank you so much.
Too. The great John Madden, you got him right there. Beating all odds. People put in there, he has the Rocky mentality. I think Rocky had the Madsen mentality. That's what I think. He is the superhuman, and check him out. It is John Madsen, MADSEN.com. All right, we're rocking and rolling. I'm going to take a quick question real quickly because they pounded me. And then, lovely, thank you. Oh, sorry. They're talking about Master Shaw, I'm sure. All right, let me just take this famous artist. This guy, I am one of the biggest fans of Michael Brandup. He's here. I haven't seen him since he left for New York. I'm trying to get, where are you at, Michael? Come here, my friend. Here, I'm just going to reverse back. Go ahead. Give me a comment, Michael, so I can grab you back. There's so many comments. Where are you at, man? Sorry. It should be showing up. Request to joins are not coming up. All right, Michael, give me a comment. I will get you on here. We will take a question in the intro. Maybe that'll get it moving. How to recover from wife leaving you and getting fired from your job all in the same month. Well, first of all, man, what a blessing. What a blessing. When bad things happen, when pain occurs, what we want to do is learn lessons and tell ourselves this is pushing us, propelling us to a better place, a better situation, or make my situation better. Here's a guy that knows that as well.
Here we
Michael
go.
Brandup, where are you?
I am just getting back from the gym and I'm about to head to the studio in a few. And this is a perfect way to start your Friday, seeing you, my friend.
Oh, my goodness. Are you in California? Are you back in California?
Oh, yeah. But I actually extended the stay in New York. So I ended up being there in like 10 days. So it was good, to have some time off and like rewire. And now I'm back at it full speed and it feels amazing.
And you're going to go back in the studio. What's on the agenda? You and I are both, I call ourselves flow bros because we're both in the flow. We express God. We express God in different ways. We have, I have a different brush than you do, and Master Shaw has a different brush than I do, and it goes on and on. But we all every day are working on connecting to the genius, the unbelievable, omniscient, all-powerful, all-knowing source. And those people that get to touch the source, those people that experience limitlessness and infinity, learn and practice expressing it. What's your latest thing that you're working on to express your genius?
Okay, thank you for those awesome introductions always. I'm always blown away. Just quick for my followers that are maybe seeing you for the first time, This is David Meltzer, an amazing friend, mentor, entrepreneur, and he's a best-selling author, and I could go on. And David is also a very important part of my journey. So if you're following my journey, you will stumble across this wonderful human being every now and then. So what I'm working on now is I love helping people and expressing myself in a visual way and doing my art. Is one thing, but be able to live out my passion and help people in need is even more important. And I'm super thankful every day to be in a position where I'm also able to help people. One project you're already familiar with was the iPhone covers collaborations. And I'm happy to say maybe, and there's a lot of people here that don't know about it, that's because they sold out right away. We are restocking because every single iPhone cover that is sold, we will plant a tree in the city of Edinburgh Forest, and we are working to plant 1 million trees. So that's the mission on there. And now I'm also raising funds for Red Cross with a painting I did for my home country. You know, the travel bans over here, it's not very easy to go back to my home country, Denmark. So I feel like an urge to express my feelings, and I miss my home country. So the way I show that is to express that in a visual way. And this abstract painting, which is an interpretation of the Danish map in an abstract way, was the result of that. And I'm selling like limited editions of that print. And 20% of all the proceeds is for Red Cross and their relief work, not only in Denmark, but also in the rest of the world. And I'm just thankful every day that I am in a position, just not on your level yet, but to help and if to use your words, be of service. And that is just something that is so important for me. And yeah, I definitely, it's a thing that means everything to me. Also because I started with absolutely nothing. And I took a huge leap of faith, and I could barely pay my rent when I started out as a full-time artist. And to do this makes me also reflect of where everything started and how like humble beginnings, like living on an air mattress in a small, tiny shared apartment in like the ghetto end of Hollywood, brought me to where I am now. And gratitude is changed everything.
And talking about coming from nothingness, I think when you're a conceptual artist like you, with wanting to impact positively and create change through the conceptual art that you have, the whole idea is from nothingness comes a possibility when we dream about it. Then you become inspired by something, someone, or some activity. When you become inspired on the possibility, it now becomes a probability, and now you can allow the concept and the positive energy to go ahead and create this limitless universe, this infinity of expression that you share. And what I think makes you so unique in this conceptual art, whether it be a sculpture or a painting or graffiti, whatever you're doing, a skateboard, is that you're collaborating and coordinating with big companies. And in the mainstream, you did something that is in my industry so well thought of and renowned, is the Topps baseball cards. You did a special collaboration with Topps, and you've done LinkedIn and American Express and Bentley. So you're able to collaborate to the masses through different companies and expressions and industries and careers and jobs, so that everyone can positively be impacted. Which one of those, is your favorite? Working with those collaborations, is there one that stands out? I know the baseball one stands out to me because I'm a sports fan, but for you, is there a special collaboration that's closest and dearest to your heart?
Yeah, it's a tough question because this the same way when I'm like, hey, what's your favorite art piece? Or also because I express myself, I have like this very abstract way and then a more geometric way. And which one do you love the most? You know what, I love being able to express myself in very different ways and switch in between. However, I do wanna mention like one project in general, because that was the very first like breakthrough I had over here after being like living almost on the streets for like almost 2 years. I got an opportunity to work with American Express, and it was the first like big mural project ever I had to do. And I remember, so now we're talking about getting out of my comfort zone, because I never been trying to stand on a lift because the mural I was supposed to paint was huge. I never done that. I didn't know how to do it, and I jumped out to it. And I think like all my years over here has been so like living out of my comfort zone. And I think that project changed everything. And then suddenly a lot of other projects lined up because I dared to step out and pursue, also because what do you actually think that you are worth? And I was almost at the level like, do I even deserve this? And I really have to, oh, hell yeah, I do. Like, but you still have the chattering going on, you know, and you know, you will only get what you think you deserve. So I better change my mind, because I know when I'm done that, I'm hooked. And I was hooked, and I was able, you know, to keep leveling up, and do more things. But it's also lead me to another important thing that I want to share with you, because all these things, I knew that this would be good for me, but I felt very uncomfortable doing it. But there are so many things that we know that are good for us, but we don't do it. But it always feels amazing when we like, you know, you conquer like the mind chatter and like, oh, I can't, you know, and or maybe it's other people around you that tell you they can't, but you get out of your own way and you stop fooling around with your potential, and you go ahead and do it. And on the other side, when you accomplish it, how does that feel? It always feels so amazing. So remember, next time you're doing something that is out of your comfort zone, remind yourself of that feeling when you accomplished, because if you're chasing that feeling, you're also chasing your potential, and you will keep growing.
And you are
so that project,
yeah, I know, and you're the epitome of enjoying the consistent, persistent pursuit of your potential. And it's, you know, funny because we both come from very humble means. And I always say, yeah, it's easy to get outside of your comfort zone when your comfort zone's uncomfortable. But it gets harder to get outside your comfort zone when the comfort zone isn't uncomfortable, when you're doing really
What's
well.
Next? What's next? Are we going to the moon, or
yeah,
you know,
Mars,
like,
buddy?
you know,
We're going to Mars. They're building
exactly.
the rockets for us.
Yeah.
We're going to Mars, you and I. Anyway, everybody can find my friend at Michael Brandrup. He is an incredible artist, humanitarian, philanthropist. I can't wait to spend more time with you. Let me know when you're back in New York. I'm traveling all over the world like you are. I want to hook up with you whenever I can. You're welcome to come join me at SoFi Stadium anytime. I'm not too far from you in my new office and podcast studio. Please support my friend and all his great causes, the Red Cross, of course, planting trees, over 1 million trees, and I'll plant seeds for those trees and over 1 billion people. The incredible man himself, Michael Brandrup. Thanks for joining me. Have a great workout. Take care.
Thank you, David, and say hello to your team as well. See you guys soon.
Say hi to your brother and everyone on your team.
I will. Happy Friday, guys. Bye.
Happy Friday. What a way to start our Friday. Beautiful, incredible people. Dr. Shaw, John Madsen, and Michael Brandrup. What a lineup. Forget tops. I got my own lineup here. We have in about, 2 hours and 15 minutes. Yep. We'll do training on entrepreneurship. If you want to learn about a great opportunity when you want to be an entrepreneur, to be an entrepreneur, I'm going to teach you all about it. There's some really great opportunities that exist today because of the shortage of talent, the maintenance of talent, the retaining of talent, and the benefits that are allotted to that talent from the biggest companies in the world looking for you. Let me teach you how to get that job of your dream without risking it all, but getting the benefits as if you were an entrepreneur. The freedom, the options, the opportunities exist today. Let me take a quick question here. If you want to join us, Master Shaw and I, on Thursday at 1 p.m., david@dmeltzer.com. If you want my book, ebook, audiobook, if you want me to sign a book and send it to you, david@dmeltzer.com. All right, let's take this quick question. Can you please re-explain the power of 64? Do you have a guide explaining it? Yes, I have a guide explaining it. Reach out, david@dmeltzer.com. Here's how the power of 64 can give you an amazing 8 days of productivity every day, 7 days a week, 56 days of productivity, almost 2 months of productivity every week. Beat everybody with math. That's how I became a multimillionaire twice, because I beat people with math. What do? I use the what, the who, the how, and the now, and apply my why to have 16 hours of productivity a day, 7 days a week instead of 8. 16, and then I'm twice as efficient, which turns it into 32 hours of productivity. Then I practice and I enjoy the consistent, persistent pursuit of my potential. And I make that 32 hours of productivity, 64 hours of productivity a day, 7 days a week. That's 8 days of productivity every day, 7 days a week. That's 56 days of activity, almost 2 full months of productivity, allowing me to be productive, accessible, and gracious with my time. Activity I get paid for is maximized. Activity I don't get paid for is maximized. My sleep is maximized. You can utilize the power of 64 to beat people with math. I've done it twice in my life, multimillionaire, for one simple reason. I am efficient, effective, and statistically successful. I live my life with the lenses of productivity, accessibility, and gratitude. I am a student of my calendar. I utilize the power of 64 for 64 hours of productivity every single day, 16 hours a day. Times 2 is 32. Times 2 is 64. Come join me. I'll send you the Power of 64 guide, david@dmeltzer.com. I'll throw in that registration for Dr. Shaw and I next Thursday at 1 p.m. I'll throw in my book, ebook, audiobook. I'll sign a copy of my book, send it to you, pay for shipping in the book. Just email me, david@dmeltzer.com. All right, everyone. Join me in about 2 hours and 15 minutes here on IG, Clubhouse, or register, david@dmeltzer.com. Intrapreneur training today. Come join me. You'll love it. I promise you. Most importantly, to all my friends, be kind to your future self and do good deeds. I'll see you at training. Thanks.